So where are you an engineer at?
For the Navy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Cool. We're ready. We're on. Ben Schiff, 3 years, and we're finally here. And man, I am. I gotta say, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of yours. I'm a fan of everything you've been doing. I feel like you went from a festival goer to a festival entrepreneur, or just like mover. You know, creating awareness and creating a following, and I think it's pretty strong. And can we just kind of go through the motions of where all this kind of like stemmed from, as far as like what made you decide? Because everyone's familiar with you, and it's the ship, right? And I remember back in 2015, I was ready to go on a trip in November, and Matt Skrull goes, dude, let's go to It's the Ship. I was like, dude, I'm already going to Thailand, dude. And he's like, you got to go, though. I was like, I can't. I already bought the tickets. Everything's already booked. And then I feel like after that, we brought you on the show,
Right.
a few months later, couple months later, and then you just went on a whirlwind, man. You kind of like, it seemed like one event, this AltrXEgo, has like completely changed your life, bro.
It definitely has. It gave me a lot of experiences that I definitely want to give to everybody back. Thanks for having me back here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Go ahead and pull it.
It was 3 years ago, like you said. I was last year with Matt Skrull, and I think at that podcast, Matt had an idea of this thing called Guam Festival Goers, and there's a Facebook.
That's right.
Then I literally, right after our podcast that time, I went and I made a little Facebook page, Guam Festival Goers, just for people that are trying to attend festivals together. They're from Guam, been to Guam, Islanders. And I think I just saw a couple posts recently today. Some Islanders are selling their Coachella tickets. Like, they can't go no more and everything. So it's cool because it definitely brings more Guam people to these off-island events. It's the ship. Matt Skrull convinced me to go. Called me.
And that was like the first year that they were throwing it, right?
It was actually their second year,
okay,
but it was the first year we had Guam attendees going. So we had about 13 Guam people who flew out, represented, and it was one of the best times I ever had. I still thank Matt for convincing me.
Is that what festivals are all about, though? Is like a representation of a place you're from, or?
Yeah, everybody definitely loves representing where they're from. It might be a squad, it might be a group. Like there's the We Ain't Ready squad, and then there's like a bunch of other squads.
And throughout festivals, you kind of just like meet up squads, and you're like, oh shit, I know you guys from other.
It's cool. And then it's funny because like you'll meet other people from other squads, and then their squad. I think the first year on It's the Ship, we met the Killed It squad. They're from New York. They're a clothing brand. They work with a lot of other DJs and events stateside. So that was cool. And we actually just bumped into them at the airport.
Right. So what was the first festival that you kind of gathered people through that Facebook page?
Through the Facebook page, because it was just created 4 years ago with It's a Ship. I think the first one was EDC Vegas. There's always a big Guam squad that goes to EDC Vegas. There's a lot of Guam people in Nevada, in Cali.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, of course. So,
100,000.
Yeah. So it's cool because we all have at least a mutual page to meet up with, and get that one Guam squad photo for every festival.
Right.
But now I'm trying to bring it back to Guam. I'm not just I'm also doing the tours. So like this year for It's the Ship, we actually had 100 Guam attendees signed up. Over 100 signed up. Not all of them could make it.
Yeah.
Some had logistical issues. But it was actually the largest squad to ever attend an international music festival from Guam. So that was that definitely made me feel good.
Yeah, for sure. All you're doing pretty much.
It wasn't necessarily all my doing. There's a lot of people that work behind the scenes. Okay. But I definitely have been the forefront of promoting it. I've been very lucky. I was actually the first music festival I ever went to. I actually won a trip to it. So it was a paid trip. It was a full experience. So since then, I kind of recreated raffles on Guam to give back to people, not just from Guam, but Saipan as well. We did a raffle there. And we're flying people out to these festivals so that they can have an experience.
And that's how you launched AltrXEgo, right?
Yeah.
With that one representative from Guam, one from Saipan.
So when I first started AltrXEgo, I wanted to go to World Club Dome because at that time, it was the largest Guam squad to ever fly out. We had 50 people from Guam. So it's funny because Korean flights to Guam are the cheapest. It's cheaper to go to Korea than it is to the Philippines, to Saipan, anywhere else. So we did a contest. It's just an online submission. You just tell us why you want to represent Saipan or why you want to represent Guam.
Yeah, you had people submit videos.
Yes.
What was sort of the response? Because it's something. It's not something. It's like, damn, is this thing fake? Is this thing real?
Yeah, we only had one person enter from Saipan, so they won. So I was like, congratulations, you're the winner. But yeah, they definitely had an experience. And then we had one person from Guam, and those were the first people to ever do an AltrXEgo experience. So the whole concept.
Why AltrXEgo in the first place?
Okay, because I feel like everybody has an alter ego. Like in the daytime, I might be saving animals at Wysall Animal Hospital, but at nighttime, I might want to party like an animal. And you know what I mean? It might be, it's still me, but everybody has different sides to them. Some people have this concept, there's a good alter ego and a bad alter ego, but they could both be good. One of my alter egos is a unicorn. I dress up as a unicorn. I go to a festival. I frolic around. You know what I mean?
Right,
you can be whatever you want.
I think I've seen many a picture.
Pictures, right? So at the festivals, you can literally be anybody you want. You want to dress up as Mario, Luigi.
Sounds like Matt's kind of thing.
Hey, it doesn't matter. It's a no judgment zone. So that's one of the reasons why we did AltrXEgo. And then also, we want to change the way you view yourself, view your life, view other people through experiences. Right. So I like to hope that a lot of the Guam attendees that flew out to It's the Ship, they had a life-changing experience, something that they'll take with them for the rest of their life. So it's almost like a ego-altering experience. So, and then after...
There's a little play on it.
Yeah, exactly. Because alter, if you look it up in the dictionary, let's find out if I'm right, but it means to change in a small but significant way.
Okay.
So we're just trying to change in a small, significant way how you look at yourself, how you view your community, how you view your life. Maybe you might be going through something, and then this type of experience can hopefully bring you out of whatever, or bring you more in, depending what it is.
Why music as opposed to yoga or hiking?
Well, because music you should be able to do while you're hiking, music while you're doing yoga, and music has no borders. So it's cool because, like, if I want to listen to African music, I don't necessarily have to go to Africa. You know, if I want to listen to Chamorro music, I don't have to necessarily be on Guam.
Right.
Thank God for technology these days.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like that before, I'm sure. But and then I don't always believe it's about the headliners. Like, so the music's great, you know what I mean? But I like to focus on the experience, the travel. Not everybody on Guam gets to go to Singapore or goes to Thailand, you know what I mean? Sometimes they're a little bit scared or timid, or they don't know where to book or anything.
Country,
it's a foreign country, transportation, they don't speak the language.
Right.
So luckily, I've been blessed. I've been to most of these countries before. I've been to these music festivals before. So I know where to stay. I know where to...
Thank God for Airbnbs.
Airbnbs.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
Airbnb in Asia. If you ever travel to Asia, use an Airbnb. There's likely you can live in a pimp place for very cheap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what we do is we try to gather the people that want to go to the festival. The more people go, the cheaper it becomes. Because like the Airbnb, you just book it for 16 people. That's like 20 Guam people on it. You know what I mean? We'll figure out a place to crash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll go buy some cheap futons or something.
We'll sleep on the couch. So, yeah, it's good. I think this year for Singapore, we had like 3 different Airbnbs. And it was good. It worked out.
Is the goal to stay together and make it like a community thing? Or you do your own shit and it doesn't really matter?
Well, the best part about...
You might, by the end of this, you might convince me to go next year.
Oh, convince you to go this year.
Or this year.
Yeah.
But I have to wait for my lady.
Hey.
She's doing something, and we got to...
It's actually, It's the Ship is one of the best festivals to go to with your lady. It's definitely, you have your own room. If you want to go shower, she wants to stay do her makeup. You're stuck on the boat. You're not gonna get lost.
Yeah.
At EDC Las Vegas, if you guys get separated,
Good luck.
you better have that Guam flag waving.
Is that the point of those really long sticks? It's
Yeah,
almost like a
Totem poles, we call it. We call them
Okay.
totems.
It's almost like the Asian tours where
Yes,
they kind of like the
exactly.
little doll on the top.
Yes, exactly. So you definitely want to pimp yours out, and it's cool because when you represent Guam at a music festival, you're gonna run into all of these people that are also there from Guam that you didn't know.
Right.
So I mean, like I probably
Or has some kind of roots
or some roots. Exactly. I was at Ultra Music Festival in Florida, Miami, and I had this white girl come up to me, and she was from Saipan, and when I went to Saipan like 3 years later, sure enough, she was there and everything. I was like hanging out with her. Did the paddling competition. It was great. So, and we never would have met unless I was just holding that Guam flag. So,
Yeah.
it's good. So it's good. This year, It's the Ship has 2 different sailings actually. It's their first year going to China. Okay, so I've never actually been to China. That's one of the places that I've skipped over, so I'm excited. That's gonna be like mid-June,
Okay.
so everybody still has a little time to save up for that one. And then their main one is still in November, and that's Singapore to Thailand and back. So we definitely are looking for more people. If you're gonna bring your girl, it's gonna be great. We actually had a couple propose on the ship this year.
No way.
Yeah, so we had I'm not sure if everybody knows, but on It's the Ship this year, we were actually able to have 5 local Guam DJs. We had 3 international ones. We had some from Korea and Hawaii on a stage that was called the Marianas Trench.
Yeah, let's backtrack a little bit. How
Yeah.
did you get so involved with the inner workings of It's the Ship?
Okay.
I believe maybe it was like your second year. See, this is how much I follow you, man. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's actually a really
it's
good
like,
story.
The second year, all of a sudden, you're like the captain. And
Well, they say dress for the job you want, not the job you have, right? So with that being said, the people's captain. I like to feel like I know how it feels to be an attendee. So what happened was the first year with Matt, they have a gala dinner. Everybody dresses up fancy and everything, and I like to find my alter ego. So on the boat, I dressed up as a captain for the fancy dinner. And they were doing announcements, and they're like, before we have our main performer go on, we need some words from the captain. And then sure enough, I'm just like walking up to the stage pretending to be the captain. They give me the mic because the guy doesn't realize I'm not the captain. And I just go off. I'm like, is Thailand in the house? Is Singapore in the house? You know what I mean? Everybody get the crowd hyped, you know what I mean? And then I was like, we're from Guam. We'll be here every year.
they're looking through their nose like, who the fuck is this?
Exactly. So after like 2 minutes, they're like pulling the mic away from me.
Yeah.
And that that definitely got the attention of everybody there. So the next year I reached out and I asked for...
Wait, but the captain of the boat was...
So the captain of the boat... for the announcement was the actual captain. They have a celebrity captain every year. So like they'll have David Hasselhoff, they'll have Big Shaq, they'll have like the celebrity captain. But they were actually trying to get an announcement from the real captain, like like don't forget your passport. Like we're boarding, we're leaving the boat at this time, and yeah, not the celebrity captain, but it was a funny thing. So,
that's too good.
So the second year I reached out and I asked for a media pass. And I was representing Guam and everything, and they were doing a MTV Asia. They follow you around.
Okay.
So I was with a representative from Palau, Chris Palau.
Right.
Shout out, yeah. He's our
love Chris.
Yeah, he's always our Palauan ambassador while we travel. So like at EDC Japan, he was representing Palau for us. We're trying to get people from Saipan, Palau. We're trying to get all
regional.
Yes, everybody out there. So. The second year we had the media pass, they were following us around, like a shipmates experience. Mm-hmm. And then I was lucky enough to go to Coachella with some of the organizers of It's the Ship.
Wow.
And they've been to the States before and everything.
Was that on purpose or?
Well, I met this really good friend of mine. I see him every year in Singapore. His name's Anthony. He's actually a doctor. So I just was in contact with him ever since my first sailing with the Killed It squad. He kind of made the Killed It squad. He met the Guam squad. He was a doctor. He had like some Tums, everything. He helped my friend with an upset stomach on the boat, and that's how we met him. It was
like
some random.
Just opened up his chest, starts rolling out antacids and Advils.
Exactly. Well,
need some Motrin. I got everything here.
So, yeah, and then we were just always in contact. They wanted to go to Coachella. I was going to Coachella for the Guam squad as well. That was my first Coachella, and I kind of was just hosting them the entire time, and that's kind of where the AltrXEgo tour guide, the festival tour guide, was born. I was having international people.
It like light bulb for you.
Like boom, like why isn't there people? I mean, there's tour guides to come to Guam. They just set up a tour, but this one's more of a experience catered to you by someone who's actually experienced it themselves. So like, if you wanted to make sure you're at your favorite DJ set, you don't want to miss it. You know what I mean? It's inside the festival, it can get kind of crazy. You might just you wanna. I know a lot of friends that miss their favorite sets. You know what I mean? Either traffic problems, like EDC Vegas. You know, if you're not in at the right time, you're waiting in line for like 3 hours.
Right. Yeah. So if you just gather everyone together, you get everyone to just pay a little bit more extra just to.
Well, actually, that's the whole thing is when you're booked in groups, you get discounts.
Right.
So, like, my whole thing is I've been trying to work with the festival so that when we're buying 20 tickets, we're getting a discount on the tickets because I'm trying to save money too, so that's how it all started.
How does that work out with flights though too? Do they do like Groupon or group discounted flights if you're taking more than?
It depends what airline.
The last time, right?
Yeah, it depends what airline. Philippine Airlines and Cebu Pacific, they have their bread and butter already, so they didn't really need to give us a giant discount. But we do try to help people if they need help booking their flights or anything like that.
Right.
It's pretty
you
standard.
Just have a fucking whole plane of festival going.
Right? We should just have a rave plane. We actually tried that to Saipan. We did a rave plane to Saipan. We did my birthday weekend in Saipan.
Damn.
And that was the first time we were doing music festivals out there. And then it was a good time. It was a good week.
Ben you own your own airline one day. And it's just like a soul plane.
Right? There you go. Exactly.
It's just music, the captain's chill, everyone's blazing.
Right? Oh man,
it's fucking bouncing on the way out.
Got the hydraulics. Oh yeah. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
So where were we? I was hosting them in Coachella, and then the next year, it was the third time going. They offered me a chance to be the MC. You know what I mean? And it was to MC, not the DJs playing.
Was it because the
side activities?
Was it because the captain incident?
At Coachella, when I was hosting the organizers, that's when he realized, you're the motherfucker that stole the mic that fucking year. We wanted to kick you off the boat. What, you know what I mean? Like, who is this white guy? You know what I mean? This is not in the, so like, I think at Coachella, they're like, what are the chances?
Why does this guy look familiar?
And then they familiar? So literally, I think it's like the second night of Coachella.
And they probably like click for them too. They're like, dude, this guy's got to do it.
Well, luckily it worked. Luckily it worked.
I mean, even going back to the old second floor house days, know, I mean, it's like
the attic.
Dude.
I feel like
you're a great host.
That's actually where I started hosting.
And there was like whenever a problem went down, you were like there, and you'd be like, "Yo, you gotta go. You gotta go. Seriously, you gotta go. Take this. I don't care what you guys do with this outside, but it's not happening in here."
Yeah, no, it's I think that's where I learned to be a VIP host. I learned what people want. I hosted birthday parties in my attic. I hosted bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, all sorts of events, and then that kind of just led me up to having a following, and then just giving people experiences.
Yeah, thank God for social media, right?
Yeah,
because this is all pre-social media when no one even cared about posting shit. Can you imagine if people were going to that today?
Oh man. Yeah.
it'll be
Gonna-
crazy, bro. You'll have videos everywhere.
Yeah, I'm glad we did not have. That's one of the benefits. We did not have that much.
Yeah, I mean, if
back
you'd ever
then.
been in the attic, it's like the super dark, but like
Black light out.
yeah,
on
black
stage,
light out, and it's like
DJ,
even the walls are
recording
black,
studio,
and it's
yeah.
like there's
So I
like
was very-
chairs
I
and
was-
couches.
I was very lucky. My dad was very open to letting me have a creative space. So he was like, I'm not going to pay for anything. You do it all on yourself. Whatever you want to do up there, go for it. So I ended up like building a bar and then just had band practice. And then the band turned to a DJ. And then
Then you put a pool table, ping pong tables in
ping
there.
pong, pool table, stripper poles,
Yeah.
all sorts of random stuff. It was
You're here from when I moved back. It was like kind of 2010. It was kind of
Yeah.
like going strong
yeah.
till about 2014 maybe.
Yeah, and then we got a new landlord and we had to move.
Yeah.
So it's like it went legendary, and then like in a couple years it'd just be a myth. Like
right.
you didn't party at that old.
On this
building."
podcast, it's where it's gonna be
Hey.
memorialized
Right,
forever.
Exactly. So, yeah. So I was VIP hosting some of the Livescape. Livescape is the actual company that owns It's the Ship.
Okay.
They're a production company out of Malaysia, largest in Asia. They're a really dedicated, hardworking group of people, and they're almost like they inspire me. Like they're role models. Like these guys are really creating an experience for 88 different countries. You know what I mean? So the third year, like I said, they gave me the first chance to MC, and I'm doing the side activities. So the side activities, each boat, each sailing, the DJs will either go bowling with you, do putt-putt with you, play a video game, do yoga. They'll do rock climbing. There's all sorts of activities on the
So
ship.
it gives people the chance to interact.
Yeah, you get to hang out with your favorite DJ. You get to take pictures with them and everything. So it was my first time emceeing on the ship. We had 23 Guam attendees, which was the largest group to ever go to It's the Ship. Not an international music festival at that time because we still had the 50 number from a World Club Dome.
Okay.
And the 23 people, it was just like one family, man. It was just amazing time, great experience. The MC thing, obviously, I feel like it went well because they let me do it again this year. I feel like if it didn't go well, they would have been like, let's get this guy out of here.
Yeah.
But they really went over and beyond this year. They let us bring our Miss Universe contestants to represent Guam's beautiful women. They helped actually MC all the activities. They let us bring, like I said, the Guam DJs.
They kind of just let you go for broke.
Yeah, they kind of like had faith. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's see what this guy got. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I felt like this year was definitely my proving year
Yeah.
to show them, like, you know, I'm
Last year was the audition.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes, because
with
with
the,
the festivals, you always have to progress. You always have to have a new experience. You have
For
to
sure.
keep on expanding.
For sure.
And,
And I think the classic picture is with you on the duck and your crowd surfing.
Oh yeah, that's actually.
Is that a different place?
That's a different ship. I'm gonna.
That's a different
confuse you-
ship?
I'm gonna confuse you guys real quick. I've been
Okay.
on 3 different ships, different festival ships.
Okay.
The one I am luckily enough to work with is It's the Ship. It's
Okay.
actually the one I suggest everybody from Guam to go to because it's so close to us. All these other sailings that I'm going to be talking about with like the Golden Pineapple later is from Florida to the Bahamas. So the plane ticket to Florida is the entire price you would have to pay to go to It's the Ship. Because like, what, it's $1,500 just to go stateside usually.
Right.
Right. So
Right.
for that whole $1,500, you could already be
There.
there on the boat, on a
Celebrating.
sailing.
Right,
You know what I mean? Like, so to me, like the other sailings, I would definitely recommend them, but it's not economical for being on Guam.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe
So-
if you're in Nevada.
But no, actually, that's what I was about to say is there's a Guam squad that goes to these ones in Florida every year. They're basically from San Fran, the ones that I go with.
Okay.
Shout out to the Greenhouse, Jerry Torres, Esther Chan, all those guys.
Familiar with there's one name, Joe Gamboa.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's them. It's
Yeah,
their family.
I grew up with Joe.
Yeah, so it's their house, it's their
Okay.
household. They let me go with them almost. I'm like, can I join your Guam squad? You know what I mean? So, yeah. So they actually, I didn't get to go to the one in Florida this last sailing, the Holy Ship one.
Okay.
But they represented for us, so
Okay.
that's great to still see that we always have Guam attendees. But back to the best one, the best sailing is It's the Ship. Is this year we had Miss Universe. We even had Guam tattoo artists. Shout out to Seuss Camo. He did about 12 to 15 duck tattoos on everybody. I got a duck tattoo on my back.
What?
Okay.
Can we see it?
You guys can see it actually. I didn't want to get something that's gonna change, but boom. It's like
Oh shit! Right there. Here, you can turn towards the. Can you see it there? Just turn towards your left. Face left. You can face left. Good. Yeah, there it is. And you got the alter ego.
Yeah, my 2 new tattoos.
That's a dedication.
Yeah,
Hey.
you have to commit to something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had Seuss Camo doing tattoos. He was actually tattooing in my cabin.
Oh,
I was like, I had a big cabin. Thank you, Lifescape. They definitely took care of me this year. And I was like, just do all the tattoos for Guam people in my cabin.
Yeah.
And then we got the Duck Gang now. Quack, quack. And we did the MCs this year. It was definitely the largest squad we had fly out, the largest group of people working for AltrXEgo.
As you mentioned, the stage and.
Yeah, we had 2 stages actually. One was a foam party where we had our only female DJ from Guam attending. It's the
Okay.
Ship. Shout out to Zodiac Nat.
Okay.
She opened up for.
I think I follow her on Instagram.
If you're not,
yeah.
please. She's one of the best female DJs on Guam.
Okay.
And she got to open up for all of the international talent from Australia. So shout out to Lucky Entertainment. They had like Mirror Mirror. They had Helena Legends, who was our headliner for the AltrXEgo foam party stage.
They're all over my head. You're gonna have to introduce me to some new jams here.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, that's the best part about going to these festivals. It's just finding new music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of them, you might hear the song before, but you never know who the artist was. That's how it is for me usually. I'm like, oh, I know this jam, but who sings
Right.
it?
So
Yeah,
is
exactly.
a lot of the music, just like produced music themselves, or something they take like a remix and they throw like a remix on it? Does it vary?
Yeah, so it varies. So they'll have everything from the producers to just DJs, but even being sorry for saying just a DJ, but the DJs bring just as much craft and art into their
Performance. Right.
exactly. As someone who produced it, it's just where the creativeness coming from. The creativeness for producing is probably in the studio. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then they're just showing us their produced music.
Okay. Okay.
And then the DJs are the ones that normally match it, remix it up, and then turn it
Right.
into something
Play-
that we listen
play your
to on the
popular
radio.
shit and-
Yeah.
Okay.
So it all helps down the line
Right.
of the industry. But we had we had shout out to our Guam artists for the Marianas Trench stage, which was the second stage we had. And we named it the Marianas Trench because I felt like not everybody on It's the Ship, there's 88 countries, would know what Guam or Saipan or what our islands are. So I kind of want to incorporate everybody.
Right.
And then we brought out a bunch of mermaids, the Miss Universe, to make it feel like you're underwater for the stage.
Yeah,
Like
and
the
then
theme.
I mean, you're sailing in the Pacific around the deepest part of the world, right?
Exactly. So we had the
That
Guam
works.
artists. Shout out to the Guam DJs. We had Silent, DJ Silent. He was actually helped me 100%. He managed all the DJs for me. It was I was pretty busy, so I really have to give a huge shout out to DJ Silent.
Yeah,
for
project
sure.
management's interesting. Huh?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this was my first time being able to put local DJs on an international stage. This is Asia's largest festival at sea, so this
Right.
is like huge. So Silent definitely.
Without having to like technically do your own production. It's
Right,
kinda like
it's
somebody
like the stage
came
is
and
set
was
up.
like, "Hey,
it's
here,
like here, let's do it. So we had.
what can you do with this?"
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we had Silent help manage all the Guam DJs. We had Ox, Aaron. We had Jed, not DJ, but one of Guam's best. You know what I mean?
MCs, right, right.
MCs. We had the DJs from Korea, Bang Grows. They've actually been on Guam. They played for me before on Guam, and I met them in Saipan. That's one of the reasons why we picked them. And then I met DJ Hoppaboy, who's from Hawaii. I met him in Saipan as well. So all the DJs I was picking were kind of like from or been to our island. And then we had Justin Lujan.
Right. I'm familiar with Justin.
Yeah.
Guam Massive.
Yes, exactly.
Still with the.
He has been developing his
own sound.
His own sound. He has his own equipment now. And
kind of move away from the reggae.
No, I think he has many AltrXEgo sets.
Okay.
All right. He can play,
I'm with it.
He can play very diverse everything. So, yeah. Let's see. It was great. I mean, probably the stages were one of the highlights of my trip for It's the Ship. Just being able to see like Guam's talent is just as good as talent from any of these other 88 countries.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like we have so many talented.
We're on a world level, bro.
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly. So just to see our DJs playing on the same lineup as Cash Cash, Vinny Vici, Chocolate Puma,
and so these guys are considered like
legends.
Okay.
Yeah, in each of their fields.
Right,
so like
right.
Vinny Vici, he's like the god of psytrance and everything. Yeah. And then Cash Cash is kind of more of like pop from New Jersey and everything. They're kind of like different aspects. And that's the best thing about It's the Ship is they really make sure that they have different genres. Okay. Everybody from different fields. So it doesn't matter what you like. You want some really hard trap
stuff. How many stages total?
There's 5 stages.
Okay.
And then they change every day. So like the foam party,
but they're kind of going all at the same time.
Yeah, slowly all at the same time. Like, so it's good. It has a rhythm to it. Some will shut down, and then the main stage will obviously be the biggest at night.
I see.
But yeah, it's a good experience to see our talent like gain the attention of those other DJs, because a lot of those other DJs were at our stage watching, you know what I mean, our DJs play. So it was cool to see that.
Yeah, it's very interesting to me that just the simplicity of you inserting yourself into situations, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
Starting from where's the captain?
Yeah, exactly.
And everything was a trickle effect, and you it's like you took opportunities and you placed them, you place yourself into them. And you kind of just rolled with the punches.
Just rolled with it. I literally had no idea, like, all this stuff was going to happen. But I kind of was just, like, just roll with the punches, like you said. Like, whatever happens, we're just going to have to adapt, improvise, and overcome, and then see as many people we can give this experience to.
Yeah. When did you start seeing that this was something... Yeah, I guess possible.
I feel like
now you can. I'm sure you see a new horizon where it's you see something you can go long term with this and keep pushing, or even just pass it down, build it so big that now you're like passing it down to the next. Like I've been to enough.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel that. That's why I like these ship ones, because it's way more chill. You can just relax, hang out. But man, there's a point I was gonna say. Just what were you saying?
When it clicked for you.
Oh yeah. Well, I feel like this generation is more about experiences than actual, like, I want a certain material object. And
right.
everything.
Well,
you know what I mean?
It comes up all the time on this podcast. It's no longer the house, choice, family, like just the traditional way of what you should be doing in your 20s.
Yeah, I feel like
people are opening up to being like, okay, well, maybe I can wait till I'm like 35, 36.
That's kind of what I feel like.
Settling down. I'm in the same boat too, man. Yeah. I think got many years left to still settle down, start a family.
Yep.
And shit, we live till like 90s and 100s now, you know what I mean?
I'm not sure if I want to live that old, but exactly. 30s and need 20. I feel like more people want to travel. The EDM scene, the festival scene, I feel like is definitely blowing up in the world. I feel the reason why that is because EDM music is such a diverse group of music. So like You have your house, your techno, your dubstep, you have everything. If you want to be in the feels, you can be listening to Lenium, crying your heart out. You want to be moshing, you can be listening to Flusherdom. It's like it's whatever you want. So
Right.
it's not just like EDM's like one thing. So it's like
Yeah.
everybody can relate. So
I've been to one festival that I can recall, Beyond Wonderland.
that's the one I want to go to.
Yeah.
And they just released the ticket.
Really?
Yeah.
This was many, many years ago. But I realized at that moment that my most favorite thing about any performance is lights.
Oh,
It's all about the lights.
man.
When you have lights like coming down like right above you and it's like hovering over you and you're like trying to touch it and
So
stuff.
that's the one thing I feel like Guam is
Lacking completely,
Okay.
bro. I talked about this with Frankie McJohn recently.
Okay.
You know. And I was
So
like,
one part of AltrXEgo was I'm actually starting a rental business. Okay. I actually purchased a bunch of lasers, lights, bubble machines, smoke machines, all sorts of lights and
heavy lights and lasers. Yeah.
but, and smoke. You need the smoke to create that
Right,
depth,
right,
so you
right.
can try to touch it and everything.
Right,
So, and then it's like a pop up. I bring it anywhere. I bring it to Cowboy Ninja. Bring it to your birthday party, your graduation party, your hotel
Right.
party.
All right.
And
I
everything
don't even know who
like
to
that.
call.
Yeah, exactly. And then, we have the DJs available as well. We have the sound systems available as well. So if anybody needs,
Little bit of that's another side to the AltrXEgo.
exactly.
Yeah.
We're trying to alter your event in a small but significant way. You know what I mean? And then
Your mission statement.
yeah, exactly. And then it's funny because the X, I went to where was it? I went to Zook Out, and I went with one of my friends who's like a math major and everything, and he was like, X in AltrXEgo should be like like the variable, because anything can happen. You can be anybody, so everything. So like that's kind of how it was AltrXEgo, because the variable
Right.
in life could
For
be
sure.
anything.
For
Change
sure.
your ego any way possible.
For sure, man.
But yeah, kind of jumping around right now. Let's see. And then hopefully, so for It's the Ship, last thing I wanted to go over was they were gracious enough last year to actually let us host this event called Cruise Capital here on Guam. It was the first time we ever hosted it. It's actually their pre-party around the world. They have it in Hong Kong, Malaysia, Singapore. So we were actually able to raffle off a cabin so that we're giving people those experiences like we said we first were doing for AltrXEgo when we first started. Hopefully, knock on wood, hopefully we'll be able to do a Cruise Capital on Saipan this year as well for the first time, and we'll do it for the second time here on Guam, and then that way we make sure people from both of our islands will be represented, at least one representative from
Bro.
the island.
Impressive.
All you gotta do
Yeah.
is show up to the events.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you might have a life-changing experience. I know
Yeah.
the winner this year, we had a Zumba instructor, okay, who brought her husband, and they had one of the best times available. They were one of the older crowd on the boat, but did not stop them from having the time of their lives. And we had another person, Jeff. He won, and he definitely had a good time. He was partying the whole time. Yeah, so giving back to or giving a chance for people to go on these experiences are definitely what I want to be focusing on.
Yeah.
19.
Now let's like bring it into Guam now. Like, what do you see at least that scene? How has it progressed in Guam? Has it sort of stayed stagnant? Is there anything that needs to change to sort of bring more interest into people wanting to engage in these events?
So I feel like Guam, we hit a little spot where it's like a hiccup right now. A couple.
Because I remember it was pretty widespread.
Yeah, well,
for a few years.
I think what happened was there's a couple production companies that, for whatever reasons, I wasn't technically involved, but they're no longer here on Guam.
Okay.
I think TPI, Tropical Productions, is not 100% doing events of their own no more. I know there was like PXC and all these other events that was locally.
Yeah, those kind of went away too.
Yeah, for whatever reasons, it could be good or bad, but I feel like that's why it's a hiccup portion right now.
with events on Guam in
with
general.
events
Yeah,
in Guam. We have
because right now you have. I mean, Jared is the one that
I was actually gonna bring him up.
the
Right?
fucking
Yeah.
last 5 shows.
Yep,
You know, major shows at least.
Yes, and he actually just released his membership card, and I actually wanted to give him a shout out. I actually went the moment I saw his membership card. It has so many benefits and everything. I went and grabbed it right away. I was supposed to meet up with him today and actually get it, so I can be like, I got the car, you know what I mean, on the podcast. But and yeah, and he's just offering. I feel like membership is going to be almost where the new Guam's going.
I agree. Exclusivity.
Yeah, so
For
I'm
sure.
actually rolling out AltrXEgo membership as well, and I was talking to Jared about that as well, and seeing how all the stuff that he's had to go through to create his.
And I feel like that worked for Crowns too when they were doing their shirts and their hats, their releases. That feeling of, shit, dude, I made it just in time to get get one or be a part of it.
We're gonna be doing. I guess I might as well just
go for it.
Get it out now.
Yeah,
now.
for sure.
It's gonna be the first time I'm announcing this. Is we're doing a monthly booze cruise now. AltrXEgo Booze Cruise. We got a little after movie and everything coming out, and it's gonna be called Membership.
Okay.
So
nice.
Yeah.
A little play
on words. You know what I mean? And then whenever you sign up for our membership card, you get to go on one free booze cruise with us at any time.
Nice.
For the month. And then let's see. We have the membership card. We actually I was in Saipan this week, and shout out to all my boys in Saipan, Tribe. They actually just I had my meeting with them. They're going to give us a 20% off for all of our AltrXEgo members as well. So anytime you buy anything online with them.
So it's like a perks card, pretty
much. It's like a perks card. You're going to get discounts with hopefully a bunch of local brands, international brands. You'll hopefully get discounts at music festivals. Obviously, we have our promo code for It's the Ship. We really want to make sure you get way more value for being our member. And then it makes it easier for us when we're trying to do events. So I have an event coming up with this golden pineapple, and we'll get into that.
Yeah, I mean, we can get into it whenever you want. It's gotta. If you don't follow Ben on Instagram, and I know Matt doesn't follow Ben on Instagram, and he needs to, because this little baby right here, Matt, got a very, very interesting story.
Yeah. So right after It's the Ship, the other ship, which names Holy Ship, its owner left and created a brand new sailing, a brand new boat, and that one's called Friendship. Okay, so all these ships getting confusing. It's funny because actually my last name Schiff is German for ship. So I was like, what the hell? Maybe it's like it's coming. Like, hey,
bro, the universe has fucking unfolded for you, bro.
For real. That's why I was like, okay, maybe I should just go with this ship shit. You know what I mean? So
soon you're gonna have your own ship.
That's okay. So I do my because
it's gonna be the Mariana ship, and you just go from island to island.
I was thinking that, but I feel like if I do an international one, we'll try because I don't see any right now. I was looking up from like Manila to Cebu and back or something like that because everyone in Guam loves to go Manila.
Right.
So and then all these other ships are already in Asia. It's like, where's the country that Guam people go to that doesn't have a ship? I'll start my ship there. No, but yeah, so I went to the new sailing of Friendship. The guy who started this boat, his name's Gary Richards. His DJ name's Destructo. And I've been a fan of him since I started going to music festivals.
Okay.
So he is basically the original owner of EDC, Electric Daisy Carnival.
Okay.
He released he let his partner, he let people run with the name. So he doesn't own EDC anymore.
Maybe like some shares or whatever.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I think he got bought. I think it's Pasquale that 100% owns EDC. Some people feel there's like a loyalty thing. You know what I mean? So obviously I'm on the destructive side, but but I don't know. I'll ask him when I see him. You know what I mean? What happened there? But so he started Hard Summer, which is he did most of the events in the West Coast. So Hard Summer Music Festival is a huge music festival. They have acts like Ice Cube and like it's very, very diverse concert series.
Okay.
And then he created Holy Ship, the original cruise festival boat. And
that's from Florida to
the Bahamas.
Okay.
And then he sold that to Live Nation, and he now owns Friendship. I believe he owns Electric Zoo. I believe he's the president of a new company. So he has definitely a lot more reach and global expansion for 2019. And on his sailing, it was his first mated sailing from Miami to the Bahamas. I was lucky enough to go, and he created a scavenger hunt on the boat. So the scavenger hunt goes, you have like 15 items you need to take videos of. You need 15 items you have to take pictures of.
Hey, Matt, pull up his... there's a photo on your Instagram that shows the
go to
the list.
Ben Schiff or underscore. What is my Instagram? I don't even know. Yeah, Ben
That's so
underscore
funny,
Schiff.
Dude. Schiff is German for ship.
Yeah. So when my
fuck?
family
What
was
the fuck,
coming,
dude, this is crazy.
when my family was coming to New York on the ship to get off on Ellis Island and everything, they didn't really like our last name, so they're like,
what was the original last name?
I actually, off the top of my head, I don't know. Yeah.
What's your ethnic background?
So when they were coming off the boat, that was my Russian Jewish side.
Okay.
And then my mom is Italian, German, and German, and no,
You're nice and mixed.
Yeah.
Yeah. European descent.
Yep.
For sure.
So.
Which one are you looking for again?
Just keep scrolling.
I'll go
up
up.
and down, yeah.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah. So we'll pick that one that has the golden pine, or actually the one after that.
Up and to the right.
Yeah, that one. So this is the scavenger hunt list. I don't know if we can zoom in.
Zoom in. I think.
But
yeah.
I had to shave my eyebrow. I did every single one except 3. So the only ones I wasn't able to complete.
Zoom out and then zoom into the photo itself.
Yeah. So it took me 4 days to complete the scavenger hunt. You had to do it in teams. So I had my old shipmates from the other boats that we've been on. Holy ship. Team up with me, and they were gracious enough to say if we win, they'll let me keep the golden pineapple, and all, you know what I mean. So, yeah, we had to do videos of hands.
Can you just take us off the screen and full screen the computer? Yeah,
I had to shave my eyebrow
so everyone
off,
can sort of like see what the hell's going on, you know.
and then I had to shave like AltrXEgo into my hair. I had to. There's
Let's see an example here. Photo items.
high five doorly, so you have to like hunt down a DJ and get a picture of you high-fiving them. And then at the end of the festival, you have to go and submit all of this stuff. So they verify. There's like a desk, and you have to go through all your photos.
There's like
everything.
a validation
thing. One of the stuff was you had to do a team skit in the talent show. So we had to do
So
that.
you're like fully involved. Fully immersed into all the events.
All the events. There's one like you have to do a water gun fight, and then at a certain time on the boat, that's when the water gun fight is. So like it basically makes sure you don't miss anything of the festival. So I'm definitely gonna be trying to recreate.
I wish we could see it a little clearer.
Yeah, I know. I
try
should
zooming out. Maybe it won't be so.
So it's funny. My teammate let me keep the golden pineapple, and then I let them keep the paper. Yeah.
That's a good.
Yeah. So my
trade off there.
Shout out to my teammate, Cy and Veronica. I'm actually gonna fly them out to Guam for helping me win, and the grand prize of winning this golden pineapple is actually Gary Richards Destructo is gonna fly to your house to do a private party. So
holy moly!
I feel like I won the lotto, and I feel like Gary Richards lost the lotto. Like he created the lotto, and he like totally like backfired probably on him. He's like, where do I have to go?
He's like, think he's going to like a big city.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Or Ibiza.
Yeah, right. And then now he's like, well, I feel like Guam is going to be the next Ibiza. Yeah, I definitely feel
for this region of the world, getting Asian festival goers to come here.
Yep, definitely. So that was most of my trip.
So how big is this gonna be?
Well, that's the thing is I'm reaching out to Destructo Gary Richards right now, and we're trying to work out scheduling so that we can make hopefully a private party for the entire island. You know what I mean? You know, he's used to playing at shows that are like got 150,000 people.
Right.
Anyways, that's like the population of Guam.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like, Imagine-
5,000 is good for private party for you, yeah?
Imagine if we still had the attic
Yeah.
before. That,
sure,
yeah,
dude.
that would be all set
That thing
up.
will be super packed and
Yeah.
sweaty.
Yeah,
and
for real. Yeah.
Sardines.
So it's funny because like I go on his sailing and we go to the Bahamas and we get off on the island in the Bahamas and I'm just like, Guam's like this, like,
Right.
but everybody there's like, this is amazing. I'm finally at the beach and everything. It's clear water and I'm like, if he has his boat going to a tropical island like this, he might just fall in love with Guam.
Right.
Like I fell in love with Guam. I don't see how he would not fall in love with Guam. So definitely trying to make it like so he does like a little Asian tour. Hopefully get him to Saipan, get him to all this stuff because he's gonna be out here anyways. So, yeah, he's like the godfather, or they call him the hard father of music festivals. Jared brought out E40.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
he has a song with E40. E40 is on one of his tracks.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, that's cool. Maybe he'll ask, come back down, or, you know what I mean? Get some more people on the lineup.
For
make
sure.
a whole festival out of this.
Yeah. Put them on his private plane.
That'll be the Ben Rave plane we're talking about, right?
Right. International.
Mm.
It won't be just ships. It'll be planes.
It'll be everything, exactly. So, yeah, I don't know exactly what date we're going to be doing this Golden Pineapple gig, but just the fact that, like, I feel like the last big headliner for, like, the EDM community might have been Steve Aoki. You know what I mean?
I think you're right.
Like,
And I remember having a great time that night.
that was a great time.
that was
If you
good.
noticed, they went all out on production. He had the largest LED wall
Yeah, dude.
Guam's ever seen.
Yeah.
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do an event like that again, where it's like the largest Guam's ever seen in a while. Because I feel like Steve Aoki was very memorable, but I believe he was only on island for like
A day.
half a day.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. So
Flew in, did the gig, and flew right
flew
back out.
And that's hopefully what I'm gonna make not happen with this. I want him definitely to be experience some of our culture, some of our islands.
Yeah,
some of
maybe
our
give
food.
maybe the same way the ship does it, right? It's give people opportunities to hang out and
Yep.
like do different events.
Yep.
You can sign up for like an event to go paint and sip
Exactly.
with him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, hopefully, because the deal with the Golden Pineapple is the private party and everything. So
Friendship Island.
Hey.
Benship Island.
Hey. So hopefully we'll have it a members event, and then all the AltrXEgo members, everything will just be able to like go hang out with him, like
Yeah,
you
that'd
said,
be
drink.
dope.
It'd be a good time. And then hopefully, because he owns all these music festivals, you know, he has access to so many upcoming DJs, artists, and everything. And then hopefully we can get all the people on Guam scene to have access to this, because it doesn't matter who brings on the show, you're gonna have a good time. No,
Yeah,
the attendees don't care if it's me throwing the show, if
Right.
it's any TPI or whatever. They just want a good experience. They
Right.
just want the show. So hopefully this unlocks new doors and new artists and new experiences for Guam, and then we'll see where it goes, I guess.
Yeah, man. I think the next 5 years is gonna be pretty cool, for at least for the artistic side, the creative side of Guam. People are really starting to explore themselves and being very comfortable with taking chances
Yeah,
on themselves. Yeah.
I feel like it was a new event that just started last year, Hollyfest.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. That was Guam's first all ages music festival. That's like a new experience, a new chance, a new thing for Guam, and I think that went very well last year. I think it's March 2nd this year, so it's actually coming up
Mm-hmm.
pretty soon, and that's not every day you get to go throw powder and run around and have an all ages festival that you can bring your 16-year-old cousin, nephew, niece.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was talking to Jordan Hardy. I don't know if you know Jordan Hardy, but he's part of Binary Sunset, and they've been trying to create more all ages shows to get young kids interested in wanting to, explore, different kinds of music and different kinds of events, and so that when they become older, they're like, dude, when I was younger, right? I feel like we're a generation of nostalgia. We like to feel the things that we used to
Yep.
do and used to. I mean, Guam's changed, bro. Right?
It's definitely changing.
Changed.
We have the most amount of female representatives now ever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
most in
in
America,
history
yeah,
or
exactly.
the nation or
Yeah,
the
nation
world or something like
yep.
that.
And
I
that's
mean,
just a small change, but
yeah.
it's a huge step.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Culturally, everyone's more culturally aware
Yep.
and of the environment, of the culture itself, of the language. Everyone's more aware of the different kinds of artistry.
Yep.
Now what's considered local art is like stuff you would see on walls and murals in different countries and stuff like that. I'm waiting for Aganya. I want Aganya to be sort of that hub
of all the art
of everything.
Yeah. I feel like they're doing some stuff at the museum now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw a couple of events going down there. It's a good venue, everything right down the middle, and then they have all those food trucks out there for Chamorro Village. So it's like, it's helping everybody out. So it's good. A lot of people taking chances, like you said, on new businesses. It doesn't matter what, if it's food trucks. I think
it's like a renaissance.
Yes.
You know what I mean,
rebirth.
I mean, definitely. Within the last 3 to 5 years since I've been doing this podcast, and it happened quite before, but I notice within the last few years, Festpac did something to everybody.
Yep.
The way social media affects government.
I feel like social media is the biggest
business
influencer now, because you have all this direct stuff coming to you. It doesn't matter what platform. It could be Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Obviously, everybody has their favorite or whichever one. But everybody has access to things that they just didn't have access to. And that's definitely helping create a creative mindset for the younger people on Guam.
Yeah, entrepreneurship, man. I mean, who would have thought? Just you going to festivals and enjoying being at festivals would turn into something that, now you're helping other people with their creative platform, right?
Yeah.
Or just kind of helping people get to that level that maybe wasn't available before.
Definite.
Experiencing playing on an international level and getting to experience that. Man, dude.
It's good times. I mean, yeah, I feel like when I've experienced it, I just want to host an event that I would like to go to. Like when I make an AltrXEgo event, or every AltrXEgo event I host, I try to really think would I want to go to this event? Would I have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then obviously have different aspects, change it up. But yeah. I got a bunch of notes I wanted to go over. So
oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm sure it leaves many thoughts in your mind of where to go. Well, right? I mean, you've done a lot, so it's like,
yeah, I definitely want.
What's left there to do?
I definitely want to do a Halloween event on Guam this year. I feel like
it stays the same, sort of.
It does, but this year it kind of changed. There was no one that actually rented out a ballroom. I feel like Halloween was one of the events a year that people were like, we're gonna go to a ballroom.
Yeah, which hotel we're gonna go to?
I feel like it was Sheraton or Hyatt.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think I've been to both too.
Yeah, and then obviously the bars are always gonna do their Halloween things because they're a bar. But I feel like it was Creatures of the Night or Grindhouse or what other Halloween events are really, really big. So I definitely gonna go all out for Halloween this year. And then I love the fact that everyone's gonna dress up anyways. Find your alter ego. I'll find a way to play on that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And that's, like I said, part of the hiccup on Guam where we're gonna move to next.
You just connect all the hotel rooms on one floor.
Oh, actually, that's what another person told
remove
me.
all the doors, take out all the doors, and just connect all the hotel rooms on one whole side.
Have a floor party at the hotel. Yeah, that's actually. I feel like the hotels, like when I was renting them for hotel parties, you could actually have a hotel party. But I feel like now, like security stops you. Like, I'm sorry, sir, you're only allowed to have 6 guests in the room.
I wonder if that's still a thing. Hotel parties.
Well, I feel like it's for the younger kids because they need a spot that they can go, that their parents will let them like have a sleepover party. You know what I mean? Right. So, but
makes sense.
But
and then getting the older cousin to buy them some alcohol. Like,
yeah.
Dude, you need to pitch in, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I haven't been to a hotel party in a while, actually.
Me too.
Now that I think about it.
I think it's like a bachelor party is a hotel party.
Yeah.
At our age.
Yeah.
At our age.
Exactly. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
But that'd be great. I mean, imagine that. You walk into one hotel, there's only one entrance, or you can walk into any entrance, but you can get to every party without having to get into the hallway.
I feel like it'd just be easier to like rent out the entire Santa Fe or something like a small hotel like that.
Or even in Arahan Garden House.
Ooh, which one's that?
You never been to Arahan Garden House?
No.
It's a hotel in Arahan, and it's on the beach.
Okay.
And one side, yeah, it's actually pretty cool. And I think all the rooms have kitchenettes, so they have rooms.
Okay.
And then it's a gated area. It's a gated area.
I might go check this out for a new venue spot.
Yeah, and then there's like the suites. There's 2 suites on the second floor, and then on the bottom floor is like a kitchen with like a patio like area.
Oh man.
And then behind that building there's like a stage and then a grass area, and where you can like have events.
See, I didn't even know about this spot.
I don't think they're open anymore. That's the thing.
Oh.
They closed down years ago because I've been wanting to do a staycation there.
Okay.
And it just never happened. And we were gonna try and throw some private, just our friends,
members
only. Yeah, just our friends, just Christmas party or something like that, and it just never panned out. But then I'm pretty sure like a couple years ago they closed. But I'm pretty sure if you find the owner, pretty sure you can open that thing up for one night and get people to stay for the weekend.
Yeah, do a weekend event.
Yeah, and then
moving Friday, then Saturday.
Yeah,
get on Sunday.
It's like with the rooms, there's a pool on the bottom, and then there's an access gate right to the beach.
That sounds like a dope venue, actually.
Bro, I think it would be a dope venue.
Oh man, what other secret venue spots you have that you haven't told me about?
I have
give them all to me right now.
I have another one.
Wait until the podcast's over. Yeah, no, I definitely feel like we have potential. Just it's gonna change. I feel like, or personally, I'm a little tired of going to Tumon, partying at the same spots.
I mean, at our age, it's a little played out. Yeah,
I feel like it's played out. At least for our generation, maybe for the younger generation, it's still new.
Yeah. Tumon, right, Matt? That's that generation. That's the Tumon generation.
But yeah, definitely.
Or is it Moses?
Moses is pretty lit.
Oh, dude,
I love Moses. Gosh. And you have live music. I think you have Daryl Garcia playing there.
Yeah. Dude, they have music every night.
Yeah,
they sponsored the show.
Nice.
I'm gonna wait to renew their contract. Give it a rest a little bit.
Yep.
Don't make them to give me too much money.
No, but Daryl Garcia plays there. Most last time I ate there, I was actually eating with Matt Scrow.
Okay.
It's the Ship everything. Daryl was playing there. Huge shout out to Daryl and all the One Punch Media guys because they actually helped videotape and video record the entire It's the Ship.
Do you have any sample videos?
We do. If you actually go on my Instagram right
go on
now,
Instagram and see.
I have the teaser out for It's the Ship. And then it's cool because we're going to have a couple different after movies. We're going to have the single after movie, then the couples retreat after movie. Like I said, we had people propose on the boat. We might have people get married on the boat. People might get pregnant on the boat.
We'll find out.
Sorry, AltrXEgo Entertainment. Everybody, thank you for listening. Follow AltrXEgo Entertainment. All social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Want to go to AltrXEgo?
Yeah, it should be the last post on AltrXEgo. I've been super busy. Yeah, the very last post. Those are all the duck
tattoos. The duck tattoos.
We'll just scroll through here. So that's the monthly booze cruise right there, the Halloween booze cruise. That was one we did. And then Cruise Capital was the pre-party.
Is this thrown up right now? Yeah.
Yeah. So then we go, and then these are the DJ Hopper Boy. Shout out to him. He was playing. We'll scroll up.
Go ahead and zoom in, Matt.
And then we had the free DJ seminar. So we did a free DJ seminar, actually, and we're trying to teach people on Guam to use the industry standard CDJs. Not everybody on Guam can afford buying the industry standards, especially if you're just starting off and you're wanting to. So we had an opportunity to do that. So that's
the unicorn?
Yeah, that's me as a unicorn, my alter ego. That's with Showtech. So right there, shout out to all those girls. Real quick. Those are the Miss Universe.
No, the one to the left of that one.
Yeah, so these are the Miss Universe contestants. And actually, right behind or to my left was Miss AltrXEgo. So they actually, Miss Universe let me sponsor their pageant.
Okay.
Shout out to 10, Miss AltrXEgo. She's our first years.
That's right. You had a hand in the
Miss
recent
Universe pageant.
What was your sort of
well
inner workings with them?
Well, huge shout out to Phil Bomba and they they were gracious enough to let me sponsor the event. And to sponsor the event, I would be doing the fundraisers. We did a fundraiser at Venue, and then that money went to all the girls, okay, not an individual one. And then we made it so that the Miss Universe pageant contestants, not even if you won, just if you entered, you can help AltrXEgo work on It's the Ship. We'll get you set up with the AltrXEgo package. And then we had, I believe we had 10 Guam beautiful women representing. And they were literally hanging out with Showtech.
I like how you word that.
Yeah.
Putting out some love there.
Well, my face ain't the best face to represent our island. They're like, what, white guys representing the island? There's a cultural identity crisis here. So, yeah. We had a great time. We'll scroll a couple other ones. That was Showtech.
You can scroll to the left, I think, right? Or to the right here? Of the same post?
The other ones, the people that got married. We'll go up to the trailer video. I want to show the trailer video.
Which one?
Go all the way up to the top. There's the DJ.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. This is the trailer for the Guam after movie. This is the One Punch Media made. So shout out to Woozy. We set up the bus, so it's all convenient for everybody to get there. Transportation set up.
Man, I really love how you immerse yourself into the whole thing, man.
We did the belly flop contest. Tristan actually won. Tristan Perez. There's Oxcord, Zodiac Nat, Miss AltrXEgo 10, Celine. Shout out to all these guys.
So you get a chance to
get off in Thailand.
Okay.
Yeah. So they have different themes night, the onesie night, the Bangros, shout out. That's when we're putt-putt with the Cosmic Gate.
Damn.
Yeah. That's a little teaser. The after movie's coming soon, so the after movie's gonna be.
That's a good teaser.
Yeah.
That's a real good teaser. What do you think, Matt? Should we send Matt to that with you guys?
We should.
This year?
We could actually set up like a podcast on the ship, and you just interview random people on it, because it's cool because they have so many celebrities. They make sure they have celebrities from Korea, Thailand, Singapore, like social media influencers.
For sure.
Obviously.
Okay.
So, dude, if you go, dude, bring this mic.
Bring the setup.
Yeah, dude, we'll set. We'll do. I mean, we were tattooing in my room. You know what I mean? We'll be doing podcasts with DJs in their room. It'll be dope, bro. We'll make it happen. Yeah. No, it's super funny because sometimes I just say things like, "Oh, we're gonna make it happen," and it just happens somehow. Like you speak it into existence. You know what I mean? You manifest it because like a lot of this stuff I really didn't believe would be able to become possible, but I just kept on telling myself like.
We're gonna do this.
Yeah, I keep on telling myself I'm gonna win the golden pineapple. I'm gonna win the golden pineapple. I'm gonna get 100 people. That was my goal. My goal was that 100 mark people to go to an international music festival.
Did it take a lot of convincing? Is this something?
It did. It was the largest promotional thing I've ever done. Program where I literally was trying to figure out who needed payment plans, because if you book early, you can get on a payment plan, and it's super cheap. So you
get your degree in logistical support, bro.
Exactly.
Or logistical planning.
And then other people
support planning.
Other people have couples, and I feel like couples always want to go on vacations, but sometimes it's more expensive because you have to pay for twice for everything. Luckily, on this type of festival, you really don't. You guys share the same room. It's unlimited buffet, so you're not really getting nickeled and dimed for anything. Just airfare, obviously, from Guam. Right. But yeah. Let's see what else was on that. Sorry, it's giving me memories. Help me remember. What was I supposed to talk about? You know what I mean? Because there's like 20 different activities, and then the Guam attendees got to play in the activities. The Miss Universe girls got to host them. So the one to the far right is Gabe Lombardi and Danielle. They're the ones that got engaged on the boat.
Okay.
And then scroll a little down. We did the belly flop contest, the gala dinner. So the gala dinner, everybody gets really dressed up and everything. We'll go to the meet and greet to the bottom one where I'm the duck. Yeah. So this is me and Miss AltrXEgo. We got to do the meet and greet. So all the DJs might scroll to the right on the pics.
On the pics, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, no. You can just click and then right there, right at the edge of the pic, the arrow.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is like the meet and greet. So like we had all the DJs from It's the Ship, from Sesco to DJ Ray Ray, shout out to the Barong family, to Chocolate Puma, Cosmic Game. These are just like, you know, your favorite headliners that you've always wanted to see, that if you go to any other festival, you're only going to be able to stare at them. You know what I mean? You're not going to be able to hang out with them, ask them questions and everything.
Yeah. If you're listening to this on audio, go to AltrXEgo Entertainment and you can sort of
Yeah,
see
go
what
through
we're
the
talking
page.
about it. Yeah,
exactly. And yeah, basically, I just want to put everybody on a platform for themselves. If it's an artist, if it's a Miss Universe contestant, if it's a DJ,
Go down one more.
and basically, you have an opportunity to network with everybody from 88 different countries.
Matt, I want to see you in a pajama, bro. Please, let's make this happen.
Oh yeah, what's your AltrXEgo onesie? Your onesie animal?
We're gonna have to find something for Matt.
Yeah. Let's see. We went over It's the Shit. We went over.
Matt, if we send you, you're gonna have to document the whole thing.
Yes, actually, this is the biggest problem I'm having with AltrXEgo is getting enough people to document the experience, because I want to be able to show it to other people, convince them to go, make them have a great time, because there's just so many things happening at the same time. There's 5 stages. There's activities that you can play with the DJs. It's like it's controlled chaos. You know what I mean?
I think I've heard that. In various subjects and topics and events.
Yeah, it's I'm excited for 2019. I feel like
What do you got planned?
well, we do have a couple AltrXEgo trips besides It's the Ship. So of course we have the one in June for China, and we have the one in November for Singapore. But I want to do a group of people to EDC Korea. Once again, Korea.
That's the first time.
The first time they're ever doing it, and it's at a theme park, which is awesome because it's once again about the experience. Nothing against Guam theme parks, but
Or what theme park?
the one right next to Outback.
The slingshot. The slingshot.
The slingshot.
Oh, Tagada.
Tagada, the one at the mall.
yeah. Fantastic.
Fantastic park, like, you know what I mean? But it would be cool.
Might be a good one.
You know,
might be a good one.
Hey, maybe I should just use that for the venue spot.
Yeah.
Not a
Food
bad
court. You
idea.
got chow.
Hey,
Yeah.
I like the way you're thinking, man.
Here we go. Get
But yeah, EDC Korea. It's August 31st and September 1st. The plane tickets, like right now, are like $200 round trip. The festival ticket, because
$200 round trip to Korea right
it's
now.
like $218.
Oh
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that's why it's affordable, and the whole thing is trying to make these experiences affordable. And then it's at the theme park, like I said. The EDC ticket right now, if you just try to buy it because it's early, it's $88 for general admission and $120 for VIP.
Damn, that's really cheap.
Yeah, it's super cheap. So like the airfare, everything, you're like $500. You know what I mean? With your Airbnb, your transportation to the Airbnb, you're at $500. So it's like if you bring
like $1,000.
$1,000 trip, and you're gonna have the time of your life. You can buy merchandise. You can go out, buy your friends drink. You'll have extra. You know what I mean? And that's what we're really trying to do, is just make it more affordable. More people go represent our island, represent wherever they're from.
Yeah,
and
you're
learn something about themselves.
You hit it right on the head earlier. I mean, we can go to all these events in the States, and the fact that we're not actually taking advantage of Asia for maybe the longest time.
Yep.
And
yeah, I feel like
because they're getting on that same level, right?
Definite. I feel like for some reason a lot of Guam people don't go to Singapore usually. I think that we're very accustomed to Japan and Manila.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because those were like the old airline routes. But now with the cheap budget airlines, Jin Air and Jeju Air,
dude,
yeah, they're killing the Korean market. It's actually cheaper to fly from Saipan to Korea.
Really?
Yeah. So that's one of the reasons why.
But it's expensive as shit to fly from Guam to Saipan.
Exactly.
Probably like more, right?
Yeah, it's funny, but Yeah, it's those
God damn it, United.
those budget airlines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We bring more of those here. I mean,
Yeah.
more to threaten United to not monopolize the whole deal.
I mean, I have nothing against United. I love United.
I do too.
Okay, I'm just
I
gonna set
do.
that on record.
Yeah.
Before I get into.
I got a mileage plus plan,
Okay.
and they always reimburse me for the
Yes.
for the hiccups.
Yes.
But-
Exactly.
You know, I mean, with trying to get over to different parts of Asia on a cheaper travel.
Yes,
You know, budget
exactly.
airlines. I took a Nook Air
Yep.
in Thailand,
Mm-hmm.
and
I
dude,
read that once.
that was like $25 round trip.
Sometimes they get you, which is $25 for a ticket, but if you have check-in luggage,
Right,
it's
right,
like
right.
$50.
Right,
Gotcha.
right, right.
Oh man.
But
But-
it was like
Yeah.
shit. It's not bad though, you know, and we just get so used to the major airlines that we
Yes.
have to fly
Yes,
it. This is the
exactly.
best way to
Yeah.
do it, and I
Yeah.
need to add to my miles, and I gotta make every mile count.
Yep. Yep. Of course. Those miles, man.
Yeah, I mean,
come in
yeah,
handy.
the experience ain't gonna be a United experience, which
Yeah.
is pretty good, especially in those capsules. Ever rode in those capsules? Oh my gosh,
There's is it
the first class
yeah, it's the
capsules.
bed- yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's like
They cook
you press the button
steak.
and it's like
Yeah,
it like lays down completely flat.
Oh yeah.
Wait, where am I going?
Those are the ones. Actually, I've just read an article that some airline undersold. It was a $16,000 seat, and they were selling it for $1,000.
It was a Cathay Pacific
Yes, did you read that?
Yeah.
and they honored the flight
from LA to
something.
Singapore. I think
No,
it,
it was. I don't think it was Singapore. I would have jumped on that.
it was an Asia. It was an Asian country,
yeah,
right?
It was something. It could have been Asia. It could have been Singapore.
Yeah, super undersold. Like,
Like $15,000.
see if you can find that. See if you can
Yeah,
find a Cathay
Pathway
Pacific.
yeah.
Undersells first class flights, dude,
Yeah.
and it's yeah.
So that's one thing that AltrXEgo is trying to do is we try to do the legwork of figuring out the cheapest booking flights. We
Yeah.
try to get discounts.
Ben isn't talking shit about United. We need.
Yeah. No, I love United. I cannot say anything bad about United.
Me too.
Yeah.
No, Cathay. not
Actually,
Cathay.
half of my stuff, half of the stuff I
CATHAY,
yeah.
I believe. Yeah,
feel
there you
like
go.
half the stuff
first
I-
class. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I feel like half the stuff I do is only able because of I'm able to do because of United half the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There you go. The first one 2 days ago. The top stories. BBC News.
I mean, I would have loved to jump on that.
Dude, where was I? What was I doing?
I mean, not really. I would have to buy a plane ticket more expensive just to get to that spot to take that flight. But
Yeah, tickets on trips from Hong Kong to Portugal
day.
were
15
sold on the airline's
hundred.
website for $1,512 instead of $16,000 usually charged for a similar journey. The carrier said it would honor the tickets as it investigates the cause of the error, extends a recent run of blows to the firm, including a huge data breach. The mispriced fares were available on Cathay Pacific's website on Sunday. First class flights from Lisbon to Hong Kong via London with a connecting flight were offered at $1,512. Yeah. Wow.
We just
Go
need to
down,
get-
see how much they're.
We need to get a good computer hacker and have them hack these flights
Right.
for us.
Go up
keep
just a
on
little bit.
using
I want to see that.
Cathay Pacific because they honor these hacks apparently.
Right. Typical price $24,000. Jeez, look at that. Economy price $4,000. Oh my god.
I'll take the bus.
Give me Nook Air.
Where's Nook Air when you need them? Oh man. Let's see. What else?
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's to provide such an experience for people. You know, do you find yourself losing out in any way?
Financially, I feel like every business starting, I feel like a lot of people I've talked to that started their own business, they do say that you lose at first.
It's that sacrifice.
It's a sacrifice at first. So I can't sit here and tell you that that we're doing great with AltrXEgo, but if the end goal was not to earn money, if the end goal was to truly give people AltrXEgo experience where they may change the way they look at themselves, their peers, their life, their community, their island, then we are killing it for sure. Because I definitely didn't start AltrXEgo just to make money. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
to give back and
I mean, you've been doing this a couple of years already,
yeah,
right?
it's like 2 official full years since we did the first flyaway, the start off of it, and I feel like I'm gonna do a flyaway every year. Okay, hopefully more than one flyaway. Hopefully from Guam and Saipan. That'll be a consistent thing I do every year because when I was working for music festivals on Guam, I was trying to change everybody's life through an experience. But I feel like when I go to EDC, like it's a real life-changing experience because it's so huge. It's such a traveling, like it's all part of it. And then I felt like I couldn't necessarily change everybody's life by going to one of my events on Guam. So I decided instead of trying to change 100 people's life, I'll try to change one at a time. And then that's why we did the one flyaway. And then it kind of came back whole circle where I'm booking 100 people now. So I can change 100 people's lives and everything. So hopefully it gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah, man. And
And then-
hopefully these larger companies start to recognize, like, yeah,
Well-
you're bringing business.
Well, no, exactly.
You know,
And that's why
how can we like collaborate
it's
with this?
it's like chinchuli almost. Like we're helping each other. They're giving us an experience, and I'm trying to promote them and increase their sales as well.
Right.
A lot of like EDM Twitter accounts and everything. The major festivals giving away the tickets. They have the raffles. You just have to be able to get in contact with the right person at each of these festivals to get these giveaway tickets.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've mentioned this before.
Because they get promotion out of it.
Yeah, create an experience here, and work with airlines to allow people to buy cheaper tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Airlines and hotel to create like a whole
Yep. Package.
experience.
Yep.
Yeah, and to where they come from a foreign country, and you have hundreds come and take advantage of
Yep.
cheap flight tickets and cheaper
I
hotel
I
stay.
feel like there might be like a part of like Hannah Tours or like all this other part that I'll be like slowly getting into to
Dude,
create that whole.
I am thoroughly
package.
convinced that it's these tour companies that control the tourism market.
100%.
As far as like where they go,
Yeah, oh.
what they see,
So it's
how they see it, how they get there to see it.
It's very, very true. So a lot of people on Guam are trying to tap into the tourist market for whatever business it may be, but they don't realize that they go on a different type of vacation than we do. They work very hard in, like, use Japan for an example, and then they're scheduled. They know they're going to get this exact days off. They know when they're going to be flying out to Guam, to Saipan or whatever. And like you said, Hannah Tours has it. You're going to eat breakfast at 8, getting on the bus at 9, Two Lovers Point at 10. You know what I mean?
Right.
Cultural show at sunset. You know, it's all
Duck boat
tours. Exactly. So the main thing is to be able to access. Well, if we're trying to get tourists, but I kind of do focus more on the locals. I feel like
Right. It's a good start. I mean,
Yeah.
starting point, stepping
Mhm.
stone. I mean, stepping stone sounds kind of bad, but
Yeah. Well,
it's kind of like you got to start
Yep.
somewhere,
Yeah.
and to bring sort of like the love that you have for doing stuff like this to others,
Right.
and share it, and then it'll help convince people to sort of pay it forward, right?
Of course, definitely pay it forward mentality.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this is what I learned on Guam, is like the more you share, the more you have. Because on an island, your
Dude,
resources
that's
are
fucking
scarce.
honestly,
You know what I mean?
dude. That's really
It's
that's
true.
really
It's really
perfect, bro.
cultural. You know what I mean? Like the more you share, the more you have, because you can't share what you don't have. So if I don't have something, but I shared something that I did have, and you had something that I needed, even if it's just borrow, you know what I mean? Like the more you share, the more you get back. So like I've been very blessed. A lot of these people that went to It's the Ship, whatever, they're giving me back opportunities that I never even knew would have been open for me unless I shared with them something that I had. And
I love it,
yeah,
bro.
I feel like that's kind of like the,
Yeah.
Chinchuli, aspect of our culture down here. So
Yeah, dude. Like moving into like my 30s. You're in your 30s already, right?
almost
Yeah,
in my
okay,
30s.
okay, almost in your
I'm
30s.
28,
Okay. Well,
turning 29 this year.
You're almost there. You're
Almost,
pretty much there.
almost.
Yeah, I'm 32 this year, so
Okay.
it's like, I'm realizing more and more. It's all about mentality, the way you move through this life, man. No matter what it is you're moving through,
Exactly.
it's how you set your mentality to sort of track you through it. and whether you're in it or not in it, you should know when you're not in it and when you need to stop doing it and sort of reconsider and step back to be like, okay, I'm not in it right now, but am I at a point where do I need to move away from it, or do I need to do a little more to help me feel like I need to do it, that I can keep on doing this? Yeah.
Yes, of course. Man, I feel like if you just go with that mentality, that everything's gonna work out. You know what I mean? Like, you can't necessarily rely on that mentality, but you get out what you put in. If you're putting in good effort, good thoughts, you're putting out good thoughts, everything, you're gonna get good energy back, and that's
Right.
It's pretty much exactly how it's.
And it's not necessarily the secret style. You know what I mean? It's not that just one thing. You're gonna, if you think about it, it's gonna come true. Like, you have to actually put in fucking work.
A lot of work.
More work than if you were to just work for somebody.
Yes. That's what I'm learning.
People think it's like super easy.
No.
I mean, I have my day job, but I'm not gonna go quit my day job because doing this is super hard, and it's
Exactly.
like, okay, like, what am I gonna do with this? You know, and how am I gonna progress the podcast? How am I gonna push the podcast forward and get people to listen to it more?
Go
get more people on
international
it?
2019. We'll
Bro.
bring this podcast to it's the shit, man.
Bro, yeah, I got some plans,
Yeah.
and that sounds like a great fucking plan. Look at
Yeah.
Matt over here. If we had a camera on Maddie, you can
That's
see him fucking
I
nodding
think
his
it's
head.
a brilliant idea. I really do.
I'll
because-
fucking bring all the gear, dude.
we had
Pelican
God.
cases.
Okay.
Start ordering Pelican cases
So
now.
check this out. So we brought 16 luggages through Philippine Airlines, because Philippine Airlines allows each person 2 50-pound luggages. And we had so many Guam attendees. We had to bring all of our production equipment out, our mermaid tails, our costumes, our referee suits,
The pajama suits.
the speakers. We brought our own speakers. We brought our own
Damn.
DJ controllers. We brought literally our whole production company. And I'm like, the day I'm about to post, like, I never brought this much stuff. I'm like bringing like a whole, like, you know, production thing. Like, right before I'm about to post, I see like It's the Ship's post, and they have like cranes and like taking like 15 tons. They're like, we moved 15 tons today, and I'm like, 15 tons, $15. Like, I'm not gonna.
yeah.
Like, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? Like, okay, shit. Like, we can get it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody work together.
Yeah, it is.
You are now ants.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Yeah,
Great
dude. I
times,
think it sounds like a great idea. We should definitely talk more.
Yeah,
You know, as the months go along, and see how we can make something work either this year, next year.
Yep.
But dude, Matt, how long we been going here?
I feel like it's been a minute.
30.
Yeah.
38.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
Yeah, dude.
Great time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, dude. That's the one thing about these podcasts too,
Yeah.
dude. They just
Good
kind of
times,
just like
bro.
fucking flow.
Yeah.
And I think it's pretty awesome what you're doing. Like I said, bro, it was like you went from just being a regular festival goer to
Hosting little parties in my attic.
yeah, oh yeah, even that,
VIPing
yeah.
that to winning a music festival experience. So like my first experience was like given to me. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's one reason why I always want to give an experience back.
Okay, when did the attic start?
Well,
So I can figure out when I came.
I feel like we moved into that Wisel building around 2005, you know, and then like, I think we moved out of it like
So it was since
2016,
so
2 years ago, 3 years ago. So I had that place for about 13. I feel like what was it 5? I had it for about like 10 some years.
Yeah.
That building.
it was like the place to go, Matt. You were still a young lad.
After
it was
2 a.m.
yeah, when the bars close, it's like, where you gonna go?
You know, it's centrally located. There's no neighbors. We can be as loud as we want.
Yeah,
So
and it's
from
like
VIP
bumping.
Yeah, it's a good experience. I feel like you could go there and be like, oh, I had an experience. I had
Yeah.
a pool table.
You walk up a hallway stairs, and it's
Yeah.
like,
It's like
all
a
right,
tunnel. You're like,
yeah,
what is
what am
this?
I gonna get myself into?
Yeah,
now?
exactly. Am I going down the rabbit hole or what? And
So you started it as soon as, like, were you out of high school or?
well, basically, my dad just let me have band practice up there.
Okay.
And he was like, you can be creative as you want. And then bands turn into clubs, turn into DJs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and-
And then
The clubs, like, when did it like start into like a after hours club though?
I feel like I realized it was the best after hours club. Like drinking age was still 18
Yeah.
at that time, and things were open at 4 still. So, yeah, right around the time like when the law changed to
2010.
yeah,
Okay.
when it changed to 2 a.m., like it just like catapulted the addict to the next level because everybody's still used to drinking till 4. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah. So from that all the way to stealing a microphone on It's the Ship my first year to being their MC for 2 years in a row. Hopefully,
Are you doing any more future work with them? Anything planned with them?
it's I
Cannot tell.
I know they have kept me in mind. I know they have a special thought that they want me to do. They're expanding. They're going to new countries and everything. So a lot of things are being new established, everything. Either way, if I work on It's the Ship or not, I'm still going to bring out Guam attendees, as many as possible. I'll still try to steal the microphone. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, I feel like everybody who went had a great time. Livescape saw that we hosted. We did our job. I feel like we didn't, we were there to work. We did what was necessary, and we got everything accomplished. Everybody had a good time, which was the goal. So I feel like maybe if I keep on dressing as a captain position, maybe one day I'll be the people's captain.
You'll be the celebrity captain.
Hey,
Special guest.
exactly.
Captain.
Right. This year Big Shaq was the captain, and I was always hunting him down. I was always trying to find him and everything. I like him because he has many personalities. He's like personality of the year.
Okay.
2018. He's a comedian, but he has different like personas. So like he has different alter egos. So I was trying to find him the entire boat. I only found him once, but you know what I mean. But it's a good time. So hopefully, people captain be there, being everybody's favorite.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
What are your plans for now? AltrXEgo for 2019.
Well,
I mean, besides like the monthly
so-
booze cruise.
yeah, so the
how do you
website-
expect to grow now?
Yeah, so the website's about to go up. I've been having help develop that, and the website is going to be basically artist management. So we'll have all the local DJs or local bands, and if you want to book them for something, then you just submit what date, time, you know what I mean, what you want, and then I can help you book those guys. So we'll do artist management, and then
God, you're gonna turn into a fucking tour agency.
and then those artists on our page will also be able to go to international music festivals, play on, larger stages, put themselves out there. We'll have our rental portion,
Create a message board, bro.
right?
Yeah.
We'll have
where people can go to and connect with other people going
Yep.
to different festivals that
Yeah.
maybe you're not going to.
right,
Or
exactly.
people part of the AltrXEgo crew.
Squad,
not going
yeah.
to.
And that's actually one of the reasons why I want to do the membership is because then once I have the membership set up, all the people going will have access to all my connections in Singapore and all that stuff being a member. But the memberships are going to be on the website. We'll have the rental company. I like the rental because it's an all ages rental. We have games, kids friendly games like the soccer pool, life size bowling, Jenga, life size Jenga, cornhole set. So like if you have an event at the beach or a barbecue, you have all the kids, or even if you have adults, so they're adult drinking games too. We kind of blend.
You can
it.
turn any game into an adult drinking game.
Exactly.
Mind you.
Yes, exactly. And that's why actually one of the reasons if you look through the AltrXEgo pages, we're like referees. Our uniforms are referee. We're like party refs. Keep everybody in line, and then if anybody spills a beer, like party foul.
Pull out a flag.
Yeah, pull on a flag. You gotta do 10 push-ups. You know what I mean? We just make up whatever we want them to do. You know what I mean? Write the little foul on the card, give them it. So it's fun.
I think we know who to call if we're gonna have a master random party.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, so we do event management and consulting as well. So like if anybody was doing an event and they want help creating it, concepting, like a solutions company, because I have a group of people I've been in contact with throughout my years of doing all these events. So if you needed help getting a stage or you need help getting lights, like I said, I can help get that stuff. Or you can just rent it from me as well. If I don't have the equipment, I know where to get it. And then we'll have the rental with the membership. We'll have our monthly booze cruise sign-ups. We'll have
You are the legit party guy.
Yeah,
I don't want to say party boy. You're the party guy.
yeah. It's funny because I'm like drinking water. Like I don't even like getting too drunk anymore. You know what I mean? Like when I was 18, like I'm definitely slowing down. I'm trying to do
Like you'll do a production smash, right? You're like,
yeah. Before it was no problem. Now
just throw that over there.
now I'm like hungover for 2 days. So like even on the ship, like I had to really like make everybody wants to party with like, hey, let's but you have to limit it.
Take shots.
Yeah, and yeah. It's definitely slowing down my party, but I want to curate other people's party. Actually, I feel like I know I have the best time when I see other people having a good time.
Yeah.
And that's just something about my personality. Like, I'm going to be good when everybody... And that's what I was going back to my attic. Like, I would just go around my attic, making sure everybody, what do you need? You got water? You want a beer? So... Yeah.
Well, when we have a master round party, we're gonna have a shag carpet on the wall.
Oh,
that's
Jeffrey.
what I want.
That movie, yeah. So the website's gonna go out. It'll be www.AltrXEgo.com.
Okay.
And
plug it all, dude.
Yeah. All of our stuff is actually AltrXEgo. So it's AltrXEgo. And if you look at your computer, like we spell alter the same way. That way, so it's like a little computer geek nerd part. Yeah. Hidden messages everywhere.
Right.
And
Easter eggs, right? That's what we call it.
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We're on them all. You can also follow me, Ben Schiff, or Ben Scott Schiff on Facebook. And Twitter,
yeah.
Ben Schiff. I'm not that creative in my names.
Man, I'm not creative either.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time with Twitter, too.
Yeah. Twitter's funny because actually I just tweeted something about I don't tweet all the time. I tweet like once a day, if that. But I tweeted something about Saipan, and it just blew up. Like, I had like 150 retweets, 400 likes, everything.
Damn.
I was like, Saipan takes better care of their island
cleaning
up than Guam does, and it's noticeable. Everybody fucking likes it. You know what I mean? Huge shout out to Saipan.
It is.
I just landed on Guam today. I was in Saipan for the last week.
How long were you there for?
About a week.
Okay.
AltrXEgo has a business license in Saipan as well. So I feel like it's wrong to forget about Saipan. There's so much part of our culture. And I was there not for the governor's inauguration or anything, but it was the weekend of the government inauguration in Saipan. And obviously all the Guam people, Lou, Josh, all flew out and everything. And I feel like actually I understand a little bit more about Guam politics since I've been going to Saipan, because we are so related. Like, our culture is the same. It's family. You know what I mean?
It's pretty much like the same place, but
exactly
100 miles away.
Exactly. So we have our business license out there. We're going to be doing events out there in Saipan as well. I try to go there at least once a month.
It is beautiful over there.
It is.
I mean, drive to the north side of the island.
So what I was going to say is, even after the typhoon, okay, because this is my first time going there after the typhoon, and I wanted to see how it was.
I'm actually going to be out there next week.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You're going to have this price. So it's funny, like, you may have the fence blown down, and it may be an eyesore because it's blown down, but there's no trash all over the place. So to me, like, even if the fence is, like, crooked and, like, half up and everything, like, it's still clean. You know what I mean? Their island is still, like, clean. There's not litter all over the beaches.
Even like the tourist areas, like the grotto and the bonsai cliff.
It's 100% clean, and it's just something that Guam upsets me, because you go to Singapore, there's 5 million plus people. No litter. No spitting. No chewing gum. There's literally no litter, and there are 5 million people. But Singapore's the size of Guam.
Right.
But, on Guam, I feel like we have definitely a trash issue.
We do have a trash issue.
And maybe that's something AltrXEgo will be doing, more beach cleanups. I hosted a couple beach cleanups before.
Okay.
That's something I feel like everybody loves to get behind. But I think the AltrXEgo beach cleanup is going to be like, you start here, you finish here, and then there's like a little event, music, set up. Everybody can party.
Yeah, beach cleanups need to be as often as the 5Ks.
Yeah.
There's a 5K or 2 every weekend.
We should just make a 5K beach cleanup. Yeah. So as you run while you're picking up the trash. It's a sport, actually. I don't even know what the sport's called, but there's a sport named something that's when you run and pick up trash. You have a bag with you. And yeah.
Interesting.
It is.
Yeah, I know there's like a 5K or a 3K where you're getting chased by zombies.
That's not a bad idea either. I see. I
And
think
you have
I
like
feel
actors and
I feel like Guam needs to have more of these concepts. I feel like that's one reason why I'm gonna go all out on my Halloween event, because I feel like
have like actual actors and
well,
stuff like that.
we're gonna have to try to do a full haunted house
Oh fuck yeah!
at our event. I feel like the best haunted houses on Guam that I've been to were probably the Biology UOG Club. You know what I
One
mean?
that's always like a mile long when you're trying to get into it.
Yes, exactly. I feel like they're able to do a little bit more stuff because it's not at a high school, maybe.
Yeah.
But I know JFK and Ukudu, they have great haunted houses as well.
Yeah, dude. Don't they do like the scavenger hunt too with at UOG?
Yeah.
And you're like getting chased by people also.
Yeah. So I feel like we're AltrXEgo is going to definitely be doing more events, concept events like that. So it'll be fun experience that
A lot of stuff to play around with.
yeah, a lot of stuff to play around with, and everybody on Guam, we just want to have fun.
Yeah,
I mean-
dude, and maybe you can have like a cast of actors by then.
Oh yeah,
You know,
exactly.
and now you have people dressing up for different occasions,
Just, all you gotta do is
show up to different parties and
go down to UOG's Fine Art Center to get all those
theater majors.
theater majors. Those are the best actors out there, man.
The best
And actually, they're a Guam community of talented actors that, you know what I mean, should
Right.
definitely be have an extra platform to put themselves on.
Right,
So that's not a bad idea.
right. So
Yeah.
sorry, dude. That's
No,
my,
don't
my
be
phone.
worried.
Every time my
Oh,
phone is
good.
connected to my computer, everything kind of goes off at one time. But yeah. Let's start cutting this out, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, anything else you want to put out there?
Stay tuned. Follow our Instagram. Follow our Facebook, our Twitter. If you have anything that you guys want to reach out to me at, feel free. You can always hit me up on my personal page. I'm usually pretty fast to respond. I'm looking for new people to work with for 2019. Looking for new experiences. Looking for people who want to travel. And it's cool because I feel like right now it's early in the year. People still have time to map on their year, so everybody's still open to what 2019 may bring.
Yeah.
So
And we got a lot of impulsive people.
yes,
You see a lot
Yes.
on social media. It's like, oh my gosh, I did it.
yep,
I took a chance, and I'm going to a foreign country.
yeah. No, but hey, it's life, man. I
It
feel
is.
like everybody should
You got to make those kind of decisions sometime.
definitely stay tuned for the Destructo private
Dude.
party.
I hope you know. I mean, it's big enough where I can join in too, and
Oh, it's gonna be
it's gonna be awesome.
it's gonna be definitely the biggest name guy that's been to Guam since I feel like Steve Aoki. I mean, actually, I think UB40 is coming to Guam next month,
They are.
but that's not a different field of
Yeah,
music.
right,
You know
right,
what I mean?
right,
But they're
right.
big, man.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
they're-
Yeah. Now they're bringing the real guys.
Yeah. But yeah, stay tuned for that. Follow us. Hit me up if you have anything you want to do with AltrXEgo, renting out, if you have production help you want, concept help.
Any number they can call or
Yeah, they can actually hit me up on my cell phone. It's 1671 488 6877. I learned to do the area code after spending a week in Saipan, and no one's calling me. Like, we tried to call it, it's like, oh, shit, 671.
Yeah,
My bad. Yeah. So,
for all your calling needs, party
Yeah.
needs, call us now. Damn.
exactly. Feel free to hit me up if it doesn't matter if you're in Saipan and Guam, or if you want to bring something to anywhere else. Hopefully, we have listeners listening in Singapore, my friends in Thailand, everybody. Yeah, so feel free to hit me up. Thanks for having me on, of course.
My brother.
I appreciate
Let's
it.
not make it 3 years though.
Yeah, last time was 3 years ago. Let's do one every year at least.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that'll be good.
catch up. How far did we go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like January is our thing. So,
Yes, I like it. I like it.
all right, Ben. Thank you, bro.
Thank you, and shout out for thanks for doing the video
yeah, man.
back there.
Yeah. Working
Yeah.
hard over there. Working hard.
Yeah.
And
Right.
thank you everybody for listening. As always, Brian taking care of that little baby girl. Beautiful. We get pictures. And
Nice.
It's like podcast tonight, and this girl's like stretching out, and we're like, oh my gosh, my little heart flutters started.
Yep.
The feathers started fluttering
the
everywhere.
feels come.
Yeah. I was like,
Oh.
oh my goodness. And Matt, of course, loves you. I love you. And until next time, Ben Schiff on the podcast. See you later, everyone. Peace out.
Thank you.
Oh, dude, thank you.